In the heartland of America, an industry is thriving, one that feeds millions, powers economies, and stands as a symbol of innovation in modern agriculture. Welcome to the world of US pig farming, where tradition meets technology to produce one of the most consumed meats on the planet, pork. The United States is among the top pork producers globally, raising over 73 million pigs annually. From small family-run operations to massive industrial-scale farms, American pork production is driven by efficiency, sustainability, and world-class standards. So, what's the secret behind the success? Today, AgroTech Solutions takes you behind the scenes of one of the most advanced livestock industries in the world, from genetics to feeding systems, animal care to processing, uncovering the technology and expertise that make the US a global powerhouse in pork production. Let's begin where it all starts: the farm. The US is home to more than 60,000 pig farms. While smaller operations still exist, most pork today is produced on large-scale commercial farms concentrated in the Midwest, especially in Iowa, which alone raises nearly a third of the nation's pigs. These farms are equipped with advanced technologies to ensure maximum productivity and animal health. Automated feeding lines, climate-controlled barns, real-time monitoring systems, they're all part of a system that minimizes labor while boosting performance. But high-tech tools are only part of the equation. Breeding plays a critical role in the industry's success. In modern pork farming, breed selection is highly strategic. Farmers often choose from two dominant breeds: the Yorkshire, known for its fast growth, strong immune system, and adaptability, a perfect match for high-output farming systems, and the Berkshire, prized for its superior marbling and rich flavor, catering to gourmet and premium markets. Though slower to mature, the meat from Berkshire pigs can fetch up to 30% more per pound. Today's breeding programs are no longer just about tradition, they're driven by science. With genetic engineering and artificial insemination, farms can select for desirable traits with precision: leaner meat, better feed conversion, stronger resistance to disease. This approach not only improves yield and product quality, but also reduces the environmental footprint. Healthier pigs mean fewer antibiotics, less feed, and less waste. Speaking of health, piglets, The youngest members of the herd require intensive care right from the moment they're born. Piglet survival rates are critical to a farm's success. That's why birth facilities, or farrowing barns, are equipped with special heating systems. Newborn pigs can't regulate body temperature, so heat lamps and pads maintain an ideal environment of around 75 degree, 24 degree. Farm staff monitor the sows during delivery, helping ensure that each piglet is born safely and begins nursing quickly. After birth, the sow is given high-calorie feed to support lactation, and the piglets are given essential vaccinations and identification tags. Weaning usually occurs at around 3 weeks on commercial farms, though smaller or organic farms may allow piglets to nurse for up to 6 weeks. The goal is to transition the piglets to solid feed without compromising their health or growth rate. And speaking of feed, it's the most expensive part of pork production. Roughly 3/4 of a farm's operational costs go toward feeding the animals. That's why efficiency is everything. Most large farms use automated silos and feed delivery systems, often filled with corn and soybeans, which are grown abundantly in the US. By using software to monitor growth rates and adjust diets in real time, farmers ensure that each pig gets exactly the right nutrients at every stage of development. This reduces waste and maximizes gains. But pig farming in the US isn't just about quantity, it's also about responsibility. Waste management is one of the industry's biggest environmental concerns. In the past, untreated manure posed serious pollution risks. Today, innovative farms are turning that waste into energy. Many facilities now operate biogas systems, large anaerobic digesters that convert pig waste into methane. That gas is then used to generate electricity or heat for the farm, significantly reducing reliance on external energy sources. Some farms have gone a step further, installing AI-based monitoring systems that analyze waste output and optimize how it's stored, reused, or treated. Others have invested in closed-loop water systems, recycling used water through filtration and UV treatment. The result? Cleaner farms, lower emissions, and major cost savings, sometimes as much as 50% annually on energy and water bills. Animal welfare is also a major focus. The US has implemented strict regulations to ensure that pigs are treated humanely throughout their lives, including during transport and processing. When pigs are transported to processing facilities, they travel in specially designed trailers with controlled temperatures and ventilation. This minimizes stress, which not only benefits animal welfare, but also preserves meat quality. Upon arrival at the facility, pigs are given time to rest. Then, the slaughtering process is carried out under humane handling practices, ensuring the animal is unconscious before processing begins. This is not only a legal requirement, it's a moral one, embraced across the industry. Once processing begins, the journey from carcass to consumer happens quickly and efficiently. Meat is carefully inspected for safety and quality, then cut, sorted and packaged according to rigorous USDA standards. Cold chain logistics ensure the product remains fresh from plant to plate, whether that plate is in a home in Iowa, a restaurant in Tokyo, or a supermarket in Mexico City. Speaking of exports, the US ships more than $7.7 billion worth of pork products each year to over 100 countries. Japan, China, and Mexico remain top buyers, but new markets are emerging all the time. The pork industry contributes approximately $39 billion to the US economy annually and provides jobs for over 500,000 Americans, from farmhands to food scientists, drivers to data analysts. And with the rise of precision agriculture, machine learning, and sustainable farming systems, the future of US pig farming looks brighter than ever. Yet challenges remain, from climate change and feed price volatility to growing consumer demand for ethical and organic practices. To stay ahead, farms must remain agile, informed, and willing to adapt. At AgroTech Solutions, we believe the US pig farming model is not only a benchmark for productivity, but also a living example of how agriculture can evolve to meet the needs of a changing world. Whether you're a fellow farmer, a student, or simply curious about where your food comes from, thank you for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into modern agriculture right here at AgroTech Solutions.